Hey everyone! Welcome back to our channel. After years of playing a doctor on Grey's Anatomy, I've developed a deep appreciation for what you nurses do. You're the backbone of the healthcare system, the heart and soul of patient care. And let's be honest, you've probably seen more drama, more laughter, and more tears than any medical drama could ever portray. Today, we're diving into the top 10 things only nurses will truly understand. It's like a secret society, a club with its own language, its own humor, and its own set of challenges that only those who've walked a mile in your shoes could ever get. From inside jokes to universal experiences, let's get started. Okay, let's get real for a second. We've all been there, the moment you hear Code Brown over the hospital PA system and your heart skips a beat. It's a universal sign that things are about to get messy, literally. Every nurse has a Code Brown story, a baptism by fire, if you will. Maybe it was a patient who swore they could make it to the bathroom, or a situation involving an overflowing bedpan. Whatever the scenario, it's a bonding experience. It's a rite of passage that separates the faint of heart from the true heroes of healthcare. And you know what? You wear those gloves like a badge of honor. Let's face it, nurses run on caffeine. Coffee isn't just a beverage, it's a lifeline. It's what gets you through those back-to-back shifts, the endless charting, and the emotional roller coaster that comes with caring for others. You know you're a nurse when you can smell fresh coffee brewing from a mile away. You've got your favorite travel mug, your go-to order, and a caffeine tolerance that would put most people in the hospital. You know the old saying, nurses spend more time charting than actually charting? Okay, maybe I made that up, but it feels true, right? The amount of documentation required in healthcare is astounding. It's like every single detail, every vital sign, every medication needs to be recorded in triplicate. But here's the thing, you understand the importance of it. You know that those charts tell a story that can mean the difference between life and death for your patients. So you embrace the madness, you master the art of typing with one hand while holding a patient's hand with the other, and you dream of a day when charting doesn't consume your every waking thought. Shift change. It's a beautiful dance, a carefully choreographed chaos where information is exchanged, stories are shared, and the baton is passed from one incredible nurse to another. You gather around the nurse's station, coffee in hand, ready to download everything you need to know about your patients. You listen intently, absorbing every detail, every nuance, every quirk that makes each patient unique. You're a team, a well-oiled machine, and you wouldn't have it any other way. The pager, that little device that's permanently attached to your hip, the one that seems to have a sixth sense for going off at the most inconvenient times. You know the feeling, the sudden jolt of adrenaline, the quick glance at the display, the internal debate about whether or not you can ignore it for just one more minute. But you never do, because you're a nurse and your patients come first. You answer the call, you assess the situation, and you handle it with grace and expertise. You know you've been a nurse for a while when you've accumulated a treasure trove of patient stories. Stories that make you laugh, stories that make you cry, and stories that make you question everything you thought you knew about human nature. You've seen it all, the patients who become like family, the ones who test your patience, and the ones who remind you why you chose this profession in the first place. And you wouldn't trade those stories for the world. Let's be honest, finding the perfect pair of scrubs is an ongoing quest. You want them to be comfortable, practical, and maybe even a little bit stylish, if that's not asking too much. You've tried them all, the baggy ones, the tight ones, the ones with the questionable patterns. You've learned to embrace the pockets, to accept the fact that they'll never be truly stain-free, and to rock those clogs like nobody's business. The minute your friends and family find out you're a nurse, you become their go-to medical consultant. Suddenly, every sniffle, every cough, every weird rash becomes a reason to call you for a diagnosis. And you know what? You secretly love it. You're happy to offer advice, to calm their fears, and to remind them that Dr. Google is not always their friend. Working the night shift is like entering an alternate universe. The hospital takes on a different energy, a hushed quiet punctuated by the occasional beeping machine or hushed conversation. You become a master of sleep deprivation, surviving on a steady diet of coffee, camaraderie, and the satisfaction of knowing you're there for your patients when they need you most. You've witnessed the sunrise from the nurse's station more times than you can count, and you've developed an unbreakable bond with your fellow night owls. There's a special kind of bond that forms between nurses. It's a bond forged in shared experiences, in long hours, and in the trenches of patient care. You've seen each other at your best and your worst, you've laughed together, you've cried together, and you've supported each other through thick and thin. You're more than just colleagues, you're a family, and that's something truly special. Thanks for watching. If you're a nurse, let us know in the comments which of these you relate to the most. We've all been there, right? From the code browns to the coffee cravings, it's all part of this crazy, beautiful journey we call nursing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more content like this. We're constantly inspired by your dedication, your compassion, and your unwavering commitment to your patients. See you next time.